Well, let's talk more about this now from Beirut with Haytham Faraj. He is a lawyer and retired U.S. Marine Corps officer. Good to speak with you again. Now, the last time we spoke, which was just over 24 hours ago now, we were discussing the implications of Israel's incursions into southern Lebanon. And here we are now, a day later, talking about this huge attack on Israeli territory from Iran with the missiles. What is your assessment of where things are right now and the potential for this conflict to escalate further?
That's the question of the hour or the year. Israel, as I said yesterday, desires escalation, but desires escalation by the U.S. It wants the U.S. to be its proxy in a war with Iran, with the hope that Iran or the U.S. will destroy Iran's nuclear capabilities. As you've been hearing, the analysis, I think, is correct. The U.S. has no interest in a war. It certainly wants to deter further Iranian attacks on Israel. But that capacity is limited because the more it responds, the more likely it is to be targeted itself. And there are very rich U.S. targets in the region, and the Iranians know that, and of course the Americans know that. And so the U.S. has limited options. That, along with the change in leadership that is, ahead of us in the next couple of months, makes the U.S. more of a bystander that is going to rattle swords. Now, the messages are mixed from the administration, the U.S. administration. On the one hand, you have Biden, speaking in terms of almost limited challenges to Iran, and you have Lloyd Austin coming out and threatening Iran, Iran yesterday, threatening Iran today. And so those mixed messages also means that the U.S. is not certain of its direction. What we do know is certain is Israel is likely to respond. What we do know for certain is there will be escalation. And what we do know for certain is Iran will counter-respond. And so the U.S. Position may change, but I think that the overarching direction will remain that they will not do anything that leads to a major regional conflict.
Now, if you talk to a lot of people, it doesn't seem like a great surprise that Iran launched these missile attacks coming just a day after the Israeli incursions into Lebanon and going after Hezbollah there. So this Iran was seen as kind of needing to show that it can respond, to show its allies that they can be depended on. But there is inevitably going to be a response from Israel. What do you think that response is going to look like?
The Israelis have themselves sort of made that sort of clear. They're going to attack oil facilities, gas facilities, maybe some of the infrastructure. I think the response from Iran will probably be far more devastating than anything we've seen. Iran is a vast land. The infrastructure is widespread, and we know that it has the capacity to target and to hit. And so, the response was not a surprise. I think a lot of Lebanese were waiting for that response because they see the loss of Sayyid Hassan as a devastating blow, a moral blow. What the results in the field will be remain to be seen. And so this was necessary for morale for the Lebanese. This was necessary for Iran to show that it is an ally in this war on Israeli terrorism, on an ally to the Palestinian people that it has committed to helping and freeing their land. And so, the end result is this was necessary, and I think Iran has shown itself to be a committed ally to back up its words to the people in the region, whether they're Lebanese or Palestinian.
Good to get your perspective on this, Haytham Faraj. Thanks very much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.